It's Sunday, July 5th, and this is Money Tree. All right, let's go. Today, I want to go ahead and talk about procrastination for a couple minutes. The saying that procrastination is the thief of time is absolutely true. And the impact that it can have on your effect on growing your money tree can be devastating. And by the way, for those who celebrated 4th of July, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, and so forth. You know, one thing I've noticed since I turned 40 is that, well, no, I should say this. Not that I've noticed. Since I've turned 40, my life seems to move in 2 year clips at a time. Life moves faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. You know, and so it's I've turned 45 this year, and I'm s- now I'll say this. I am happy that in the 5 years that since I've turned 40, a lot of personal things that I wanted to accomplish, I have accomplished because I've given myself a sense of urgency and I've dealt with, in a large part, my procrastination, right? And basically, again, the saying that procrastination is the thief of time is absolutely accurate. Putting things off until a later date can have a big impact on your money tree. And this is why I'm saying that. Number one, let's say you've got a great idea, right? And you want to develop it. The minute you come up with the idea, you have all the details in your head. You've got the plannings of exactly how you're going to execute that particular idea, right? And even if you don't have the capital at that time, you can still put documents put together, put drafts together as to how you're going to execute that idea. So let me be very, very specific. Let's say your let's say your plan is to open a laundromat business, right? And you know that you have the capital for the laundromat in 8 months. Well, you'll have it in 3 months. In those 3 months, rather than putting off planning for that laundromat until the 3 months is done, you can start planning locations, planning how many machines you're going to have, planning what you're going to offer in terms of additional products, whether you're going to have vending machines, you can plan out how you're going to space out the machines and so forth. You can go ahead and figure out how many machines you need to be profitable. My point is, when you are planning and when in the time that you are waiting for the cap, if you're in a situation where you're waiting for capital to come in order to start your business, work on your idea every single day. Work on that blueprint every single day. Have a journal with you where that you carry, whether you're driving, you're going to golf, that you can use to jot down ideas when you're out about on your day. I can tell you this: the ideas for this that I come up with for this YouTube channel, they come about when I'm doing things that are completely unrelated. When I'm at my day job, or I'm out doing working on another project or another business. That's when the ideas from this channel come. They come when I'm not actively thinking about it. And when I come up with topics, I'll quickly note in my phone. I'll write it down. You know, that's how things. This is how these ideas generate and so forth. And so what I'm saying to you is, if you have an idea, do whatever it is to start developing it right away. Capital or no capital, whether you have the capital for it or not, start developing it right away. Because as you start to flesh out your ideas, if you don't have the capital, it'll start to give you an idea of how to get the capital, right? It'll give you an idea of where to go, whether it's saving for that project, or whether it's getting a grant from the federal government or national government for a business owner. There are many grants for if you are if it's a woman-owned business, or if you're a minority-owned business, or if there's my point is there are grants and loans available if you fall into a certain demographic, if you want to start your business. So don't let the lack of money hinder you from starting your project, right? It should not cause you to procrastinate on your project, because if you're truly passionate about that project, whatever it is, you will find a way to make that money. You'll find a way. You could find a way doing Uber. You could find a way doing whatever it is. But my point is, if you have a really, really good idea and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I don't quite have enough, the time is not to start you don't start on that project in 3 months. You start on that project today, regardless of whether the funds are there or not. You need to start today. You need to start today. Let's take business aside. Let's say you want to go back to school, you want to get some type of degree to further your career, right? The time to start is now. Not in 2 years, not in 4 years. Because guess what? In 2 years and 4 years, the realities of your particular profession will have changed, right? The landscape will have changed. That hot, quote unquote, hot sector, that quote unquote trending area of your expertise may not be trending in 2 years, right? So if you have, my point is, if you have an idea, get started right away. Whether it's an idea to improve skills, for you to get more skills for your day-to-day job, or if it's your idea to get skills for a business idea that you have, or even if it's just fleshing out. What I mean by fleshing out is fully developing your business idea. Get started today. Get started today. Doesn't matter how much money you have, how little money you have at that time. Work on your idea every single day, and trust me, things will come together. But you've got to work on things every day, and you've got to stop procrastinating. I am telling you this. Again, there are people in my audience out there who've had great ideas for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, who've had fantastic ideas, but they've allowed procrastination to take over and let them become, you know, overwhelmed and consumed by the thought of just analyzing things to death. Instead of analyzing your idea to death, just start with the basics. Start developing out every day. Start doing one part, one piece of it now, another piece of it there. And by the way, I've been talking to a couple people, a couple close friends, who have this idea that if you want to get started, like, things have to be perfect, right? You have to have X amount of money aside. You have to have, a certain square footage of whatever it is. In other words, what I'm saying is, I have talked to friends who think that everything needs to be neat and in order for you to start on your idea. It does not, because life is messy, right? Life is messy. You may have the funds, but you may not have or you may have the funds to start your business, but maybe a critical supply, a critical element, or critical product that's part of your business may not be available, right? There are different ways. There will always be some seeming obstacle to starting your business, right? That doesn't matter. You've just got to plow through it. And as long as you start, you will find a solution to that quote unquote challenge. So this is what I'm saying to you. If you've got an idea, whether it's a business idea, an idea at work, whether you are a student, whether you are whatever it is that you're trying to develop or achieve, start today. Start today. One of the best ways to grow your money tree is if you have an idea, start it today. Don't start tomorrow. Don't start next week. Don't start in 2 days. Start some part of your idea today. Today. Time waits for no one. Number two, as begin to develop your idea, obviously keep your idea to yourself, as I always say. Start to plan how you're going to execute your business. Put together your business plan. Put together your financing plan. These are all these are all necessary details that if you've never been in business before, may take a month or two to develop, right? It may take several months for you to develop until things are ready. But do the work every single day. I have a good friend of mine who trades stocks for a living, and I remember he told me that he spent a good year studying how to trade. I think he said a year or 18 months. He's now a full-time trader, by the way, full-time. But I think he spent a good 18 months. I think he said that he spent 18 months preparing, learning how to trade while he was still at his job. 18 months, right? So my point is, once he decided that he wanted to trade for a living, he didn't get distracted. His focus was on trading. His focus was on learning how to trade, learning the charts. That was his. He ate, slept, and dreamt trading. He had a narrow focus, and he focused on. And now he lives off of trading, and he's a very good trader, stock trader. But he did that because part of the reasons he was able to accomplish his goals and be able to do such a good job now living off trading is that he's not a procrastinator. Once he gets an idea, he follows through. Remember on our last video, we talked about the importance of following through. He follows through and he does not procrastinate. Again, this is not about how much money you have at the time to start your idea. It's got nothing to do with that. All that is irrelevant. You can be doing things every single day to develop your business, to develop your idea, or you could be studying every day towards that certification that will get you that promotion or that degree. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish in your life, stop procrastinating. Get started today. All right. That's it for our money tree moment for today. Again, those of you celebrating the 4th of July weekend, I hope it's been great. I hope it's been relaxing. Everyone else, I hope if you're recharging this weekend, I hope you're getting a good chance to recharge, to get plenty of exercise, get plenty of sleep, do whatever it is you do to recharge. I hope you're doing that. But yeah, this has been your money tree moment, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Take care now.